In the battle for the soul of America, pay attention to the state legislatures. These are the front lines, end quote. That's how one Democrat put it today, when just 2 weeks after Republicans in Tennessee voted to expel 2 black representatives, another Republican-led state legislature voted to kick out a Democrat who dissented. This is Montana State Representative Zooey Zephyr. She's a Democrat. The people of Montana House District 100, part of the city of Missoula, elected to represent them. Today, Republicans voted to bar her from the state House chamber for the rest of the current legislative session. The Republican playbook here is very similar to what we all watched in Tennessee. Her transgression, according to the Montana House Republicans, was breaking with decorum in the chamber. That's the thing these days. Zooey Zephyr is trans. She is Montana's first and only trans lawmaker. And last week, she said this to her Republican colleagues as they pushed a bill to restrict gender-affirming care for minors.
And the only thing I will say is if you vote yes on this bill and yes on these amendments, I hope the next time there's an invocation, when you bow your heads in prayer, you see the blood on your hands.
Republicans also accused Representative Zephyr of inciting demonstrators who'd assembled in the House gallery to support her. Again, very similar to what we saw in the Tennessee State House. And just a few hours ago, the Montana State House voted 68-32 along party lines to bar Representative Zephyr from entering the chamber for the rest of the legislative session. She can vote and attend sessions remotely. Speaking before the vote this afternoon, Representative Zephyr, who will join us in just a moment, defended her initial comments. She defended the right of her constituents to have their representative in the State House chamber, and she defended democracy itself.
Last week, I spoke on the governor's amendments to Senate Bill 99, which banned gender-affirming care. This was a bill that was one of many targeting the LGBTQ community in Montana. I have had friends who have taken their lives because of these bills. I have fielded calls from families in Montana, including one family whose trans teenager attempted to take her life while watching a hearing on one of the anti-trans bills. So when I rose up and said, "There is blood on your hands," I was not being hyperbolic. I was speaking to the real consequences of the votes that we as legislators take in this body. And when the Speaker asks me to apologize, what he is, on behalf of decorum, what he is really asking me to do is be silent when my community is facing bills that get us killed. He is asking me to be complicit in this legislature's eradication of our community, and I refuse to do so, and I will always refuse to do so. I would also say that if you use decorum to silence people who hold you accountable, then in the name of all you are doing is using decorum as a tool of oppression. Additionally, when the Speaker disallowed me to speak, what he was doing is taking away the voices of the 11,000 Montanans who elected me to speak on their behalf. What my constituents in my community did is came here and said, that is our voice in this body. Let her speak. Let her speak. And when the Speaker gavelled down the people demanding that democracy work, demanding that their representative be heard, when he gavelled down, what he was doing is driving a nail in the coffin of democracy. But you cannot kill democracy that easily.
You cannot kill democracy that easily. We know Republicans are using these attacks to ignite their base. It's kind of a cynical political nihilism that isn't interested in making your life any better through policy. It's about othering people, making them scary. And as you heard State Representative Zephyr say, it's causing real harm. Today, outside the Capitol, another prominent young Democrat condemned Republicans.
For these folks, January 6th was just a dress rehearsal. It was just a dress rehearsal because legally, let's not lose the plot. They were trying to block a duly elected official, in this case, the President of the United States, from taking office. And legislatures across the country looked at that and say, you know what, let's try to get Representative Jones out from office. Let's try to get Representative Zooey Zephyr in Montana out of office. Let's try to kick out the people because we cannot beat them. This is what fascism does when it is on its hind heels. It is always darkest before dawn. We are winning this thing. We are winning this thing.
Pay attention to state legislatures. These are the front lines. Also joining Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez at that rally, which coincidentally was called On the Front Lines of Democracy, Young and Fed Up. Two other young Democrats who will also be joining us in just a moment. The Tennessee State Representative Justin Jones and the youngest member of the U.S. House, Florida Democrat Maxwell Frost.
As we saw in Tennessee, their action was to set a precedent. We saw what happened in Montana a couple hours ago. And if we do not stand together, it will continue to happen again and again and again and grow more extreme. And so our message is quite simple, is that if you come for one of us, you come for all of us. If you come for one of us, you come for all of us.
We've seen the rise of this right-wing movement that is dangerous, and targeting marginalized communities because they don't have solutions to the affordable housing crisis, to the housing crisis. They don't have solutions to ending gun violence. They don't have solutions to the existential climate crisis. So what they want to do instead is pick marginalized communities, LGBTQ plus folks, trans folks, black people, black history, books, immigrants, and target them instead. We are here to challenge power. We are here to reclaim power, and we are here to build power, not just for communities, but with them.